1. Rejection is not personal. It is the universe's response. Epictetus taught that men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. When we feel rejected, it is not the rejection that wounds us, but our interpretation of it. The obstacle before us is external, indifferent, neutral. It is we who color it with shame, hurt, or anger. But what if, instead of yielding to these emotions, we observe the rejection calmly, like a traveler looking at a storm from a distance? The storm will pass. So too will the feeling of rejection if we do not cling to it. 2. Rejection sharpens our inner resilience. Seneca reminds us that fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. Rejection is a crucible in which we refine ourselves. Each no you face is not a closing door, but a refining flame, stripping away what is weak, leaving behind what is strong. In every defeat, there is a chance to rise anew, tempered, and more steadfast than before. Do not fear rejection. It is but a trial, a necessary hardship on the path to wisdom. 3. Control what you can. Let go of what you cannot. The core of Stoic philosophy is in understanding what lies within our control and what does not. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Rejection often comes from forces outside us, from others, from circumstances, from fate. These forces are beyond our influence. Our power, our true power, lies in our response. We cannot control the outcome, but we can control how we rise after a fall. 4. Rejection reveals. True desires, when the world says no to you, it is a moment to ask yourself, what do you truly desire? Is your passion resilient enough to withstand resistance, or was it fleeting, born out of vanity or momentary impulse? True desire is tested by refusal. It is the obstacles, the rejections, that show us if we are truly committed to our cause. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? If the answer remains yes, let the rejection become fuel for your perseverance. 5. The freedom of indifference. To be stoic is to embrace apatheia, the freedom from destructive emotions. Rejection can provoke sadness, resentment, or anger, but these feelings are burdens we choose to carry. The Stoic sage knows that the opinions and actions of others are neither to be sought after nor feared. If we can meet rejection with indifference, we liberate ourselves from the chains of other people's judgments. 6. Rejection is a teacher of self-control. If rejection evokes in you rage or despair, it is a sign that you have surrendered control to external forces. Seneca teaches, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Through rejection, we learn the discipline of the self. The lesson is not to seek to control others, but to gain mastery over your own soul, to choose serenity when the storm rages. That is true power. 7. Rejection is opportunity, disguised. What is perceived as failure may simply be redirection. Marcus Aurelius believed, what stands in the way becomes the way. Every rejection is a path we did not intend to walk, but one that may lead to unexpected rewards. What you thought was denied to you may merely be guiding you towards a greater truth, a better version of yourself, or a superior opportunity. 8. Detach from external validation. One of the most destructive traps of rejection is the false belief that our worth is determined by the approval of others. Epictetus taught, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Your value does not diminish because someone else fails to see it. The Stoic finds contentment and validation from within. The world may reject us, but we do not reject ourselves. 9. Rejection breeds humility. When we are met with rejection, we are faced with our own limitations. This is a humbling realization, but a necessary one. It is through humility that we become more aware of our faults and shortcomings, and it is this awareness that allows us to grow. Seneca said, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. But first, the mind must be humble enough to learn from defeat." 10th, let go of the fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is a prison. It prevents us from taking risks, from striving for our highest potential. But what is fear but a phantom? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." Do not fear rejection. It is a fleeting moment in the grand expanse of your life, and once faced, it loses its hold over you. Begin to live fully by casting off the chains of fear. 11th, rejection is a test of fortitude. True strength is not measured by the absence of adversity, but by how we confront it. Rejection gives us the chance to demonstrate our inner fortitude. Each refusal becomes a trial of willpower. When the world closes doors, we remain unmoved, for our strength comes not from outcomes, but from our steadfastness in the face of them. 12th, rejection cultivates patience. Stoicism teaches us to endure patiently. As Seneca said, "Time discovers truth." Rejection is often a temporary condition, a test of our patience. We must learn to wait without complaint, knowing that time will reveal the path we are meant to take. Rejection today may be success tomorrow, for fortune is ever-changing, and the wise remain steadfast in both triumph and failure. 13. Rejection teaches us to find strength in ourselves. When others reject us, it forces us to turn inward. We learn to rely on ourselves, to trust in our own capabilities. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Rejection strips away the need for external support, leaving us with only ourselves, and it is in this solitude that we find our greatest strength. 14. Rejection is an invitation to adapt. When met with resistance, we must not break, but bend. Stoicism teaches flexibility in the face of adversity. The wise do not persist in a course that leads nowhere, but adapt to the circumstances. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Rejection forces us to reevaluate, to innovate, and to improve. 15. Rejection is a gateway to tranquility. In the end, the greatest gift rejection can offer us is peace. By learning to accept what is beyond our control and focusing on what lies within, we free ourselves from the turmoil that accompanies refusal. As we grow stronger in our understanding, we become unshakable, serene, and at peace with whatever the world may bring.